If we started all over, it'd never be a change. Find another player to go and try to entertain your games. Ghetto girls need real love, looking for a real thug. No time to go back and see what the real was. They say you find love on a two-way street. Well, I had a bad accident at the wheel, falling asleep.
Maximilian must know. We're going to be taking a look at a fragrance from a rather new London-based house called Shay and Blue. I read somewhere about a fragrance of theirs that had been getting some really good response called Salted Caramel. I really like Salted Caramel. I really like Gourmand, so I was like, I gotta get some samples of this. And it wasn't the easiest thing to sample in the United States, so I decided to email the house, ask them for samples of their line. They got back to me, told me to pick two, and I picked Salt Caramel and one called Oud Alif. Now, wasn't an easy choice. There's a lot from them that I want to try. Sicilian Lime, Almond Cucumber, Blood Orange, Black Club Leather, all are on my radar. But I picked those two and I got the samples probably 10 days later. Sure enough, Salted Caramel really impressed me. I loved it. The women in my life loved it on me. So it sort of made it a no-brainer for me. Now, what happened though is that I was reluctant to buy from London and pay a huge shipping charge and potentially wait forever for my bottle. So I bid my time, and eventually when distribution rights were picked up in the United States, I ordered a bottle almost immediately. Before I talk to you about Salt Caramel, I'm going to talk to you about the House of Shay and Blue. So let me give you some background information on the house. As I said, it's a newer house started in partnership between two individuals. Dom DeVetta is the founder and creative director behind the brand, and Julie Massé is the perfume. He started the house in 2012, spent time before that working at Jo Malone and at the fragrance division of Chanel. He's won several industry awards as a creative director, and he wanted to start his own house to make beautiful and bold scents. Massé sort of came with a reputation for being daring and a real comer-upper. She was bringing new concepts to make modern perfumes. She's from Grasse and learned her craft from the likes of Christine Nagel and Pierre Bourdon. Now, there are currently 10 fragrances in their lineup. The 11th, which I think is going to be called Watermelon, should be coming out towards the spring. The name of the fragrances are excellent. It sort of shows you how forward-thinking this house is. As I said, Blood Orange, Almond Cucumber, Black Club Leather. I can't wait to try more from this house. The store that I ordered Salt and Caramel from is called Indigo Perfumery. I believe they're based in Cleveland, and they are, to my knowledge, the first in the United States to stock this house. They also carry Diaz and Durga, Etat Libre d'Orange, and Andy Tower, amongst other small houses. Have to be honest with you, though, I was a little disappointed that they didn't send me a sample of anything in their store with this. That's usually how I find the new fragrances that I want to purchase. You know, normally I get a sample with a bottle, and then, you know, usually pick something else up from the samples I get. I recently ordered Lyra by Xerjoff from Twisted Lily, and they sent me 10 samples with the purchase. I've already bought 2 from the 10 they sent me, and I'm probably going to buy a couple more. But anyway, not to belabor that point, but I ordered this from Indigo. The prices on the Shay and Blue are 100 ml for 90 bucks. They also have 2 higher end scents, Oud Alif and Black Club Leather. I think those are both $140 instead of $190, and I think you can pick up 30 mls of their regular fragrances for around $60, but I could be wrong about that. Salt Caramel was a 2014 release from the in-house perfumer, and the notes on this fragrance, very simple: caramel, sea salt, tonka bean, and sandalwood. Now, as far as your presentation goes, you get a bottle that says Shay and Blue, London Boutique Perfumery, established London 2012, natural spray fragrance, Salt Caramel. This is a sticker where it has the name, shayandblue.com. It's a blue, light sort of powder blue top, and then a dark blue back. It gives you some information, a batch code, and then when you open it up, it comes with a really nice ribbon around the box, and your fragrance sits really snugly inside. I love the blue striping. That blue striping is also on the ribbon that comes around the box. One thing I will note that I don't love about the box is I think they don't need this sort of, I don't know, sort of cheap looking sticker. It shows candied apples, which to me is different than salt caramel, so I just don't think they need it. I think it sort of makes it look like something you might get at Yankee Candle, and it's far better than that, so I think they should change that. Your bottle is light blue. It says Shay in blue. It has the fragrance name there, London there, and on the bottom, natural spray fragrance, made in England, batch code. You have Boutique Perfumery at the top. You have the SB Shay Blue, or I believe it's an SB. Yeah, it is. On the cap is relatively light. The sprayer works pretty well. You get a nice mist with each spray. So we can't complain about the presentation. I don't love the sticker, but you know, that is a minor point. Also, I don't know if this is an EDT or an EDP. It just says natural spray fragrance. I don't know where you find that information. I thought you had to put that on boxes, but I could be wrong. So about this fragrance, it opens up so amazingly gorgeously. It's exactly what it says. It smells of warmed up caramel with huge pinches of sea salt. Absolutely delicious and spot on in terms of photorealism. This one is the real deal. I can't really describe it to you guys as more than a bowl of salted buttered popcorn with warm caramel on top, and it comes out beast mode out of the bottle and your skin. The first 20 minutes are extreme and really gourmand heaven. After 20 minutes, it calms down though and starts to perform like a good gourmand. There's not a ton of progression to this scent. The only thing that really changes to my nose is that there's some sandalwood in the base that starts to peek out as the scent continues to dry down. You're also going to get some vanilla and tonka bean in there as well. This scent, as I said, it's an excellent performer. I get 8 to 10 hours out of this, and it projects well for about 4 or 5 hours. Then it starts to become a skin scent 4 or 5 hours in. Very nice sillage throughout the life of the fragrance. It's definitely unisex, maybe better for a woman because it has that sort of delicious, sweet vibe. But any man who likes gourmands is going to love this fragrance. Be careful about where you wear it. I don't think it's a business scent. But this will just kill as a night out scent or a date scent or a casual scent or a romantic scent. And the only reason I think you wouldn't want to, the only season I think you couldn't pull this off in is summer. It's dense and it's rich. I don't think it's summer juice, but I think it'll do really well for you on spring evenings. If you can't get this or you don't want this and you want something that sort of gives you that vibe, the only thing that I can say that I've smelled that's I would say is comparable to this a little bit is Serge Lutens Jeu de Peau, which is sort of a buttery, milky gourmand. Ginger Biscuit by Jo Malone and Lyra by Xerjoff sort of give off a caramel vibe, but for me, this hands down is the best caramel scent out there. I think someone who is trying to sell you on this scent would say that there are gourmands out there for 3 times the money that don't accomplish what this one does for under $100. This scent isn't going to pull any punches. It says what it does and it does what it says. And if you're a fan of salted caramel, good luck doing better. On the flip side, someone might say that you're spending close to $100 for a very simple scent. It doesn't evolve much on the skin. You could say it does sort of smell like a Yankee candle. And maybe you want to take that money and get a gourmand with more to it that tells more of a story, and you're not paying for A1 packaging. Now, my take on it, I lean to the first opinion. I think this is a fun and zany fragrance that makes me happy, and it's a people pleaser. It's not the most masculine scent in the world, but if you want a varied collection, then you need some gourmands. And as someone who loves the scent of salted caramel, it would be hard for me to do better. Again, sorry, last time, wish they would take the lame sticker off the front, but that's not a huge complaint. I'm very excited to check out more from this house, and I'm going to give this fragrance an 8.5 out of 10. I love the scent. I love the way that it performs. I happen to think it's very original. I think the presentation is good enough, and I just wish it was easier for me to try these in the United States, but so far, so good. I'm pleased with this purchase, and I look forward to much more out of Shay & Bleu. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. I hope you will check the fragrance out. I'll be back with another review next week.
A good girl's hard to find with an intelligent mind. So let me know, boo, if you're ready to shine. Is it yes? Okay, so let me know.